What kind of truth could possibly shake the world of BTS so deeply that even Jungkook, known for his resilience, was left speechless and visibly shaken? For weeks, speculation has circled like wildfire around one of the most unexpected and controversial incidents in recent K-pop history, Kim Taehyung's sudden departure from Los Angeles. What was supposed to be a night of unity, joy, and history in the making turned into a storm of confusion and unanswered questions. Now, for the very first time, Taehyung himself has broken his silence. His explanation, carefully spoken yet heavy with meaning, has not only stunned the entire army but also left his closest brother, Jungkook, in visible turmoil. The story began with what fans believed would be a historic moment, the long-awaited reunion of BTS. After months apart due to military service and solo activities, the 7 members finally came together in Los Angeles. Cameras flashed, fans cried tears of joy, and the atmosphere was filled with laughter and warmth. For a moment, it felt as if time had stood still, as if the 7 men who changed the world were once again whole. But in the middle of that happiness, something happened that no one could have predicted. Without warning, Taehyung stood up. His face unreadable, he walked away, out of the gathering, out of the camera's frame, and out of the moment that millions were cherishing. Silence fell. The fans in the audience froze. The other members looked unsettled. And Jungkook, eyes wide, lips pressed tightly together as if holding back unspoken words, captured the attention of everyone. That clip of Jungkook's stunned expression was replayed endlessly, becoming the single most analyzed moment in the days that followed. The silence afterward was deafening. HYB, BTS's agency, offered no clarification. Taehyung himself stayed quiet. Jungkook refrained from making direct comments. And in that silence, theories flourished. Social media became a battlefield of speculation. Was this a clash with management? An emotional breakdown? A disagreement within the group itself? Every possibility was discussed, dissected, and debated. Yet none of those theories prepared anyone for the revelation that finally came. In a private interview that quickly spread across the globe, Taehyung explained his shocking decision. His words were deliberate, carefully chosen, but piercingly honest. "I walked out because I needed to protect my own voice," he said. "Sometimes, staying silent feels like betrayal, not only to myself, but to those who believe in me." His explanation revealed that this was no impulsive act. It was not a heated moment of emotion but a deliberate stand. The issue, he clarified, was not conflict with his members but with the decisions being made around them. Disagreements over schedules. Questions about creative direction. Tensions with the system that often demanded more than it gave. "I love BTS. I love my brothers," he emphasized. "But I could not remain in a situation that went against my principles." The weight of his words rippled across the world. Fans who once saw his departure as confusion now understood it as courage. And for Jungkook, who has long been one of Taehyung's closest confidants, the revelation cut especially deep. Sources close to the group revealed that Jungkook felt blindsided, frustrated that Taehyung had felt so cornered that he needed to make such a dramatic statement. His emotions surfaced later in a cryptic social media post. "Sometimes the hardest truths come from the people we least expect. And when they do, it changes everything." That single sentence exploded online. Was Jungkook praising Taehyung's courage? Was he expressing sadness at being kept in the dark? Was he pointing a finger at the system they were all navigating? The interpretations varied, but one thing was clear: Jungkook was shaken to his core. This revelation has also reshaped the larger conversation about BTS's relationship with HYBE. For years, fans have worried about the pressures placed on the group, the relentless schedules, the global expectations, the limited personal freedom. Taehyung's words added fire to those concerns. If even BTS, the most powerful group in the industry, felt constrained, what did that say about the system as a whole? International media wasted no time framing this as a battle between artistic integrity and corporate control. Western outlets described Taehyung's confession as a bold act of resistance. Korean outlets, more cautious, acknowledged quietly that this moment could change everything about BTS's future relationship with their company. But with answers came more questions. What exact decisions had pushed Taehyung to the edge? How long had he carried this burden? Did the other members know? Or were they, like Jungkook, blindsided in real time? And above all, what does this mean for BTS's highly anticipated comeback after military service? ARMY has responded with its usual passion and loyalty. Supportive hashtags for both Taehyung and Jungkook trended worldwide. Many fans celebrated Taehyung's honesty, arguing that his courage to speak out should not be punished. Others demanded that HYB step forward with transparency, calling for the company to prioritize the members' well-being. If Taehyung had to walk away just to be heard, one fan tweeted, then something is deeply wrong. That message resonated with millions. Meanwhile, Jungkook's emotional reaction has become symbolic, proof that behind the flawless performances and carefully curated appearances are real young men facing painful, complex realities. His shock reminded the world that BTS are not just icons but human beings caught between loyalty, art, and the crushing weight of expectation. Yet, as the story spread, another layer emerged. With every headline came distortion. With every retweet, details blurred. Soon, rumors twisted into what sounded like fact. Claims circulated that HYB forced Taehyung's exit, that Jungkook was devastated beyond repair, that BTS was crumbling from within. But credible sources began pushing back. Industry insiders pointed out that Taehyung never directly accused HYB of wrongdoing. His statement was about principles, not rebellion. Jungkook's cryptic post, they explained, was reflective, not a rebuke, not a breakdown. Witnesses at the LA gathering described the atmosphere backstage as warm and supportive, not fractured. This highlighted a painful truth: in the world of global fandom, even the smallest gesture can become a storm. A glance, a pause, a single post, magnified, misinterpreted, and spread until rumor feels like fact. Taehyung's walkout, meant as a personal stand, became exaggerated into a global controversy. When he clarified his intentions, his words were again misquoted, repackaged into more dramatic narratives. Jungkook's emotions were framed as anger when in reality they were closer to reflection. And this cycle matters. Because for BTS, whose careers are built on honesty and connection, false narratives risk eroding trust. For ARMY, who pour their hearts into supporting the group, believing in pain that isn't there can take a heavy emotional toll. In the end, the facts are simpler than the drama suggests. Taehyung left early for reasons tied to his principles and schedule. Jungkook was surprised, not broken. The group's bond remains intact. But the incident served as a reminder of how easily stories can be reshaped by speculation and how vulnerable even global icons are to the distortion of truth. Still, one reality cannot be denied.